Well, Sandalwood actress Sanjana seems to have suddenly woken up to the various crimes against women. She has taken to Twitter to reach out to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the issues. Here's what she said on Twitter, and I quote, "Felt sorrowful seeing kids begging on Brigade Road and women carrying kids using them as an equipment to beg." And besides that, she's also gone ahead and tagged Narendra Modi and said, "Sir, Twitter was the only way I could reach you and share my restless thoughts that ain't. I am aware that I am a normal citizen and I am not authorized to do so, but this is a request for an answer for the solution, sir. Can't there be a law that is passed which creates immense fear amongst men with wrong intentions? I want to be proud of my country and its laws. I don't have a face to answer people of other countries who ask me cross questions. It's sad that the 6-year-old kid's rape case is being kicked for reviews. Number one is held responsible by throwing the blame away on one and another. Wasn't Nirbhaya's Delhi incident enough for a wake-up call that now we have to wait for these incidents to happen every other day for justice?" And we're joined in by Sanjana herself over the phone lines. Sanjana, first of all, what is the message that you're trying to drive? You have spoken about a number of social issues.
See, what happened with me yesterday was it was an unusual day because I normally don't step out. But yesterday I winded up with all my work. I winded up my shoot for the day, and I wanted to do something realistic, like, something natural. So I decided to go out with a friend of mine to an ice cream parlor on Brigade Road. So this is about at 9:30 in the night, and we get out of the car, and I told him I want to, do things that normal people do. I don't step out a lot, but I feel like stepping out today after ages. And we step out of the car, and then we immediately have this lady running to us with a small 4-5-month-old kid. I've witnessed them earlier as well, but I've witnessed them being inside the car. I haven't witnessed them coming and pulling my dress on the street. And my friend was very generous to just pull out $50 from his pocket and give it to her. I told him, "Why did you give it to her? It's not that she's handicapped. It's not that she doesn't have a hand. It's not that she doesn't have a leg. She's using the child as an equipment to beg." And then we just kept moving, and within no time we realized that there were 3-4 such ladies carrying a small 3 to 6-month-old kid running behind us, chasing us, and to top it up, pulling my kurta, literally pulling my top, ma'am, paisa, 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 paisa kind of a thing. And to follow that, to, make it even more of a ruckus, there were kids who came up in, one rose, buy one rose 50 rupees, buy one rose 100 rupees, and things like that. So I was just thinking to myself, like, a pedestrian doesn't have the freedom to walk the way they want. Forget about the pedestrian, it's a very minor issue. But, what is the fault of that kid who's been trained to, go sell roses? How disturbed will his future be? What is the fault of the kids who are, like, a 3-month-old in the, arms of their mother, who are just been born, who have just been given birth to beg,
Right.
So it is so unfair. And I really sat back at home, I was disturbed, and I felt very bad because I had to yell at that lady to go away from us. She didn't go at least for 5 to 6 minutes. She was creating a scene on Brigade Road. So I had to yell at her lady. I told her, "You better go away from here, you're troubling us." And only then did she leave. So I was just feeling so miserable, thinking to myself that, I had to yell at that little child who was in that lady's lap, who doesn't even know what, her name is or his name is, but is already an equipment to beg.
Right.
And it kept me disturbed. It kept me reckless in the night, this entire incident. And then I went on to tweet about it: ban kids from begging, ban kids from child labor. These are two things. But then if you ban these things, then what happens next? What happens with the kids?
Right.
Obviously, and if you ban this, even it's not enough. You have to make it illegal. You have to make kids begging illegal. You have to make child labor illegal so that their parents are held responsible and are caged and are given one nice whacking at the right place so that they don't make kids do this. And they have to make education 100% compulsory. So after I made this happen, after I put this post up on Twitter and on Facebook, I thought, what will happen? Maximum 2-3 people will retweet it, and then tomorrow it's gone with the wind. You know, tomorrow there's another issue which will come up, and it's certainly gone with the wind. But where is the action or reaction to it to take it or take it on to people who are authorized to change things? And then I was like, who is it that I can ask for help and talk about this issue to on a serious note? So it just flashed me that why not our own Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, sir? So I went on there and I used the same tweet and I retweeted it with his handle. And very immediately I also retweeted another tweet which says that, sir, I'm definitely aware that I'm not authorized to do the same. But at the same time, I feel very helpless and restless, and I really wanted to, reach out for help.
Right. Sanjana, we read your entire tweet. Yes, we also saw that you tagged Narendra Modi. But as a public face, as an actress, don't you think by contributing to NGOs, don't you think by you getting out on the streets will make so much of a difference than actually tweeting about it?
Yeah, it does. But, if you're not authorized to do it, now even tomorrow I'm
But don't you think as a public face you can gather that kind of support if you ever feel there's an issue?
But what is the point of gathering support of Mango people who will just raise a voice? Where is the rule? For us to get a rule passed, we need a person who is authorized out there, and see, through your medium, now through Twitter I've come to your medium. So through your medium I can request you, instead of calling me, or since I've tweeted, I can understand you calling me back, and instead of calling those socialites who are just the popular faces in Bangalore, call somebody authorized as soon as you hang up on me.
Right, so that's what we're suggesting, Sanjana. You can easily, as someone who's well known, you can easily join hands with NGOs.
Yeah,
you can easily go ahead and ensure action is taken up. We're not talking about socialites. We're not talking about the kinds who are looking for fame.
I certainly understand, and I've always been a part of NGOs. Even tomorrow, I'm joining Sanjana John at the Fashion Week and walking the ramp for the same cause, save the girl child. So I'm doing my bit, whatever I can do, to raise awareness. But raising awareness, we are all already aware of what the problems are. But now where we are lagging behind is, where is the solution? Just raising awareness is helping by, being proactive towards the crime. But where is the permanent solution for such things? That will happen only with authorized ministers and authorized people.
Right, but don't you think that came about? Do you think with regards to the Delhi Braveheart case, it came about because of those kind of protests that you just slammed some time back?
Because of the protests?
Yes, that's what led to some sort of change in the law, don't you think?
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that, but what I'm trying to tell you out here is it's very important for us to attack the authorized people.
And don't you think protests are the right way to go about? Because that's what happened in the Delhi case as well.
Yeah, protests are the right way to go about, but they're a very long procedure. On that rate, if you just compare the crime in India and you sit in protest, then we have to protest 365 days a year. There's so much crime that is happening. So it rather be taken in note with the right authorized person through any or every medium, through a protest or through social networking, or by, directly approaching them and saying, so why don't you just pass a very, very strict law? If begging of a child is illegal, then the immediate next thing that has to happen is his parents need to be caged, and they need to be taken into task so that they're really scared to even give birth to another child who's ready to beg.
Right, Sanjana, you did also mention the rape case. There have been protests. You claim that's the long process. Do you think a tweet is all it takes?
No, a tweet is definitely not all it takes, but a tweet is a very answerable platform, like a lot of people who are highly educated and a lot of people who are very much forward are. A tweet is a slightly better platform, as in because there's a lot of media. Like, see, now because I tweeted, I have your support with me.
But don't you think that you were probably better off joining all those parents who are protesting there on the streets of Bengaluru rather than going ahead and tweeting about it?
I'm not going to join them. If I'm invited and if I'm aware that where this particular event is happening on the 26th when the Bandh is, I definitely am going to join them. I'm not somebody who will sit at home and I'll be like, okay, I'll just tweet and I'll just.
But are you waiting for an invitation?
Yeah, definitely, yes. If I'm aware of where it is happening and if I'm told where it is happening, then I'm definitely going to be there.
Right, Sanjana, thank you so much for talking to News 9 and sharing your views with us. Well, bizarre to say in the least, the actor, of course, tweeting about begging, about children being on the streets, about the rape, but she's nowhere to be seen when the protests are actually taking place. Her view is that a tweet makes far more of a difference than actually going out there and protesting, and she requires an invitation to do the same. No doubt, several people are questioning this particular tweet. She has gone ahead and tagged Narendra Modi directly, asking if any sort of law can be brought about. The question is, does the actress expect a change just because she went ahead and tweeted to Narendra Modi? Don't protests make a difference? According to her, a tweet makes more sense than getting out there, joining hands with the people and actually protesting. Once again, to take you through exactly what she's tweeted about, she did, of course, tell us a long essay, in fact, on why exactly she wrote about this. But to once again read it out, felt sorrowful seeing kids begging on Brigade Road and women carrying kids, using them as an equipment to beg. Following that, a number of hashtag ban kids from begging, make child labor illegal. And after that, she went ahead and tagged Narendra Modi, and she said, "Sir, Twitter was the only way I could reach you and share my restless thoughts that ain't. I am aware that I'm a normal citizen and I'm not authorized to do so, but this is a request for an answer of the solution, sir. Can't there be a law that is passed which creates immense fear amongst men with wrong intentions? I want to be proud of my country and its laws. I don't have a face to answer people of other countries who ask me cross questions. It's sad that the 6-year-old kid's rape case is being kicked for reviews. Number one is held responsible by throwing the blame away on one and another." Wasn't Nirbhaya's Delhi incident enough for a wake-up call that now we have to wait for these incidents to happen every other day for justice?